right? You know how this works here in Zazoo land. Sometimes, especially as busy moms, wives, we go, you know, because we have to do things, right? And then we get plagued by guilt or whatever, you know. What if I didn't do it, right? Would the world fall apart if I didn't make the salmon pies? No. But then you have to stop and think, okay, would I bring enjoyment to people if I did make them? Yes. Okay. So that's the first step. If we stop and think about it, it's like we all have our crosses like Jesus, right? But if we choose not to think of them as crosses, if we choose to think of them as glorifying God through our actions, God, source, the divine, you know, our highest selves, whatever you believe, I think it makes sense. Do what you love and love what you do. It means if you do a few chosen actions and do them with the highest joy and the highest love, then you will benefit the people around you and the people even farther. Because those people in your circle that you benefit will go on, they'll be energized, and then they will bless other people with their actions. See? I think, of course, Jesus knew this. Do we all go through periods? I don't want to do that. I don't want to clean my room. Of course. So, this is all part of a story here. Oh, my husband figured out how to make it close. So, I don't know if you've seen this. This is it's show and tell for today. If I can figure out... Oh, here we go. And then, oh, this thing pops up. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. Exhibit A is the extendable handle Swiffer. I didn't know I'm not getting paid to endorse this. The little duster thing, okay? Exhibit A. I'm going to do a little housekeeping here in the woods. Okay. Oh, look at that. A little bit of dust. The beauty of this thing, look at it's extendable, right? So you can do the really high branches. You can do the high cobwebs, the ones that now you notice that have been like there forever, up at the top of the windowsills. And then, if you want to, then you could close it up, see? You close it up. And I couldn't figure out how to do this, but my husband did. See that? And then you can clean close. Once you do all the stuff, then you can do the bottom stuff, right? And then you can vacuum. This is brilliant. I was so excited when my little kit came in the mail. Boy, I'm doing a lot of endorsements today, but those things, whatever, they have generic ones. You don't have to, these are wonderful, but, they have other, if you have the Swiffer, you can just, if you have the handle, you can just buy the refills or whatever. So, probably in the next book there's going to be this story. So this is a sneak peek, all right? A few years ago, when I was working part-time, I said, you know what? I don't like to clean. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm working part-time. I said, I'm going to go out and I'm going to hire the warrior maids. Let's just call them the warrior maids. So I went out and I actually probably spent half my paycheck on these ladies who were wonderful. And they'd come in with their buckets and sponges and, hats, and they were lovely. And they cleaned my house. And I actually, they'd show up at 8. I'd stick around for an hour and a half just to make sure that they did it. Well, first, First I'd have to clean before they came, so I wouldn't be embarrassed, to make sure it was, respectable. And then get caught up following them around and talking to them. And, did you ever use vinegar and baking soda? And then they'd look at me like, what's up with this lady? We just, most people would probably just leave, give them the key or tell them to just close the door on their way out or whatever. But I actually expended way more energy having the maids than I did just cleaning the house by myself. So my husband said, far be it from him to tell me not to hire the maids, but he was just sitting there. He's like, one day he's like, do you know, the house was cleaner when you used to clean it. And I said, I know. So I got rid of the maids, and I went back to my selective, methods of cleaning, which evolve over time. But one of the little things I learned from them, they were very good. Apparently you can go to school and learn all these things. I just learned from my mother because she was French, and that's a lot of this is in my books. You'll find a lot of cleaning tips and funny stories about cleaning, and little fluffy dusters and things like that. A lot of clean fail stories. One of the things I learned from the warrior maids was that you clean the top first. You start in the very farthest corner of the top floor of the house. At the very, ooh, that's a good one. And then the dust all falls down, right? And then you go to the lower floors and all the dust falls from the top all the way down to the bottom. And then you vacuum. See, the way I was probably doing it, the wrong way, I was probably cleaning the bottom up, the bottom of the room, and then you go and get the top, but then the top crap falls on top of the nice clean bottom. So if you can sort of apply that analogy, I think. If we prioritize our highest selves, what brings us joy, right? With the highest, right? Oh, this is good. And I just came up with this. So you prioritize the highest, your highest energy, your highest self, keeping yourself at that,